You can see here, it's just a standard like Gibson top hat knob. It's just plastic, and there's no set screw or anything like that on there, and it just pushes on top of the pot shaft and stays in place by pressure. And that pressure comes from a split shaft pot. So what you have here on my SG that I'm illustrating here for accuracy to help the person who asks the question as much as possible, we have the split shaft. It's just a brass pot shaft here with a cut down the middle of it. This edge here, which I don't know if you can see, is like not threaded, but it's like knurled. It's got some texture to it. And then there's the split in the middle. And the reason that's like that is just so to allow you a certain degree of adjustment. You can widen it or make it more narrow depending on how wide it needs to be to give that give that knob rather good purchase down on the pot shaft so that it stays in place. What you want to do here is, in the case of a loose knob, is they just become a little too close together. So you just want to take a flathead screwdriver, and being very careful not to gouge the top of your guitar with it, you just want to use it just right in there. It'll slide right in between those two tines, and just kind of rock it back and forth. Just a little bit of pressure each way to spread these out a little bit. It doesn't take much force. You don't want to use much because this is relatively soft metal. It's definitely softer than your screwdriver, and you can actually crack off one of the tines and ruin the pot. You'll never get another knob on. You'll have to replace it. So once you think this is wide enough, you just take your knob. I'm holding my guitar up in this awkward position so you can see it, but just make sure all your other knobs are at 10 so you can line up the numbers. Make sure this is turned all the way to what would be 10, and just kind of line up the numbers here. Get that on there and pop it down. And there you go. So your knob's back on. It should have a little bit of play to it. Not much, but a little bit is fine. You want to be able to get it back off someday if you ever need to rewire the guitar for any reason. But you don't want it to come off taking it in and out of the case or playing it or anything like that. So there you go. That should do it. I don't make videos very often, so I do apologize for the crappy quality, but I hope this helps.